Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dice the milk up regularly. Well, I just do as I feel and I show you all in the process. But as you can see today with my somewhat messy floor, I am going to be doing a room tour. But here are my feet. Yes, no toe picks, but these are a pair of jeans that I've modified. So I will be showing you my room. This is not quite a, oh my god, official room tour. We're going to explore every nook and cranny. This is like more of a archive of how my room is. Because sadly, this will all be destroyed because I'm going off to college. And I just want to show off my room. So I can show y'all some interesting stuff I have, because I mean, it aligns with my interests, of course, but you can also, like, see my room and take inspo from it before it's destroyed, and in the later future, I can look back and be like, okay, so this was my room during my teenage years, but let's dive right into it. So, here, I'll just, like, pan up, but here's back of my yard. It's a sunny day out. Yeah, I'm actually filming this during the day, so we have, like, decent lighting, but these are all the plants I have. That one's a dead cilantro plant, but I need to water them as you can tell, but I've had this one for, like, almost 2 years, that one for, like, one. I think this is, like, a clipping of a spider plant. That one I got this fall, so I've had it for a little bit. This is just a little succulent that I got after, I think it was like my first week of college, and they were like, hey, you guys need emotional support, take a succulent. And this is just another succulent, another one, and this is like my most notable plant. That's why I'm trying to get to it so fast. But as you can see, when I wrote here like a couple years ago, but that's my plant Steve. And Steve was actually the plant that I planted the first day of lockdown. So Steve has been here for 3 years, and I plan on taking Steve off to college with me. The rest of these, I will probably figure out like special places for them, and my mom will look after them. But like, Steve is a pet at this point. Like, Steve has been with me through and through. And here, I'll show you more of my window again, but there's, the light doesn't want to adjust, but there's a cardboard cutout of Sukuna hat ears on that I painted during the pandemic. I genuinely have no words. You'll see the influence of anime throughout my room, and here's one of my actually, I only have one skeleton, but it's a skeleton that I got at Dollar General, because why not? It's like one of those opposable It's one of those opposable ones, and I actually used to have it ride in my car until it just became too much of a nuisance. But yeah, people used to like pose the skeleton when they would ride in the car with me and do like stupid shit like that. But it's my little skeleton, because every room needs a skeleton. And this one, it's very obvious. It's my Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars poster, because it was the first David Bowie poster I got. And I got it actually about a year ago. Which is funny, because at the time, I only knew about the song Starman, but I had like a gut feeling like, I need to get this David Bowie poster, which probably one of the best poster purchases I have ever made. And then we got a good old Twilight Zone poster. I think I got this one around the same time, because like I just decided I wanted to put a bunch of posters in my room. But I'm like a big fan emotionally for the Twilight Zone and the general aesthetic, but I need to watch more of the shows and all that stuff. They only technically have one movie that I know of, but yeah, Twilight Zone. And it's actually what got me into horror. Yeah! Which I think I originally started watching horror movies like about 3 years ago. Which feels surreal to say, but it's a thing. And here's my stack of books on the ground. I know. It's so aesthetic, guys. It's so aesthetic. But it's not much to say. It's just a stack of books. And oh, of course I also had to have this in my room too. It's my Eddie Munson poster. This one I got at Walmart for like $5 because it's like, I don't know. I can't quite explain it. Like, I had to get it for the lulz, you know? Like, it's just too amazing. Especially like the art in his abs. Like, I don't remember Eddie Munson having like those kinds of abs in Stranger Things. Like, those are washboard abs. But it's so funny seeing him right there. And it's like, oh, it's Eddie. Eddie. And then, oh, of course, I have there you go, you can see it, Boys Don't Cry poster. Oh my god, Robert Smith, The Cure. Which I actually got Ziggy Stardust and The Cure poster from the same spot. It's just, I got this one this year and that one a year ago. But I know, of course, I had to have Robert Smith hanging in my room. And then we have ICP, which this is a poster that I got before ICP had all the allegations come out. So, I don't quite know what to do with the poster after this. I don't want to throw it away. It was like a $16 poster. But yeah, with all the Violent J stuff, it's not aging the best, but I still, like, I don't know, I support the ideologies of Juggalos, but I don't support Violent J and what's been going on with the pedophilia accusations, which I like believe take perspective from both sides and step back. So I'm just like kind of sitting there waiting for like more evidence to come out, and also like listening to the victims too. On a lighter note, Christmas lights. This is such like it's a weird video to be like, oh yeah, here's this deep topic. Oh my god, Christmas lights right next to it. Which here I'm showing y'all my jewelry desk now, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like my room it's too cluttered, which I've gotten to the point where like I've stopped picking it up because I'm like, hey, I'm going to be moving all this stuff out anyways. What's the point of keeping it organized? Which I know is not the best mindset to have, but it's a mindset. And so of course we have my mannequin head with a wig on it, and that's actually, this makeup right here is my signature Juggalo makeup, and I did this like a while back, but this is so like I can always remember what my signature Juggalo makeup is. And this actually is a Kiss wig that I made, which a little scary, but it was like a Star Child wig. And we just got general chokers, you know, the casual stuff, a lot of random jewelry, because I am the kind of person who just in the morning, instead of like planning out, I just pick up a piece of jewelry and I'm like, yeah, I feel like going with this. This actually belongs right over here. But, oh yeah, and there's my first $100 I made from a commission. I'll give more context about that another time, but, oh, look at there you go, peep the deodorant, the Old Spice, but this is my poor jewelry rack, which it's gone through it, and I also need to organize it, but, yeah. there's not much I can do right now. These actually, a lot of the jewelry I have is vintage, and like these ones, for example, I got on a house call with my aunt because I helped her pick up some stuff and carry trash bags, and I found them and I was like, this is the only thing that I would actually want in the house, and so I just got to take them home with me. It's like basic 80s earrings. And then, oh, we come across, let me spin it around, no, you don't want to spin. You do not want to spin. This is my giant piñata eyeball that I got at Walmart for $3. And it belongs in my room. Like, my room is just a lot of this kind of stuff. It's like, I don't know why you're in here, but you're gonna stay in there. Oh yeah, and then we go over to the window, and I have, this goes for like around my full room, but I have CDs above the windows, and I would say like about half of them actually have discs in them. The other half don't, because I got a bunch of CDs from my aunt, and they were actually, a lot of them were empty, so I was like, oh, how can I use empty CD cases? And I originally tried to like tape them to my wall, which I do not recommend doing, but I just put them up there, and I'm like, oh my god, it's music decoration. Look at me go. Which, oh, here's my bed. Yeah, okay. Context, I am currently about to like modify some clothing. That's why there's all these clothes on my bed, but this is actually going to be used as scrap fabric for these jeans, because I'm going to sew stars onto these jeans. I'm just like using it for the time being because I haven't started actually ripping apart the jeans, and not the jeans, sorry, the shirt, and like reworking it, because I got this shirt for like, I got it at a thrift swap and no one was taking it, so I'm like, hey, I could actually use this for scrap fabric, which I do that too much, where I like see things and I'm like, hey, I don't want to use it for its intended purpose, but I actually want to rework it into this complicated thing. Yeah, there's an airplane going on in the background, but oh, there's my trombone. Oh yeah, y'all have seen this with my avatar, but I'll just do a little glimpse of it. But this is the infamous jacket, which a lot of people comment on it. I love the jacket. It's been through hell and back, but it's my jacket. And over here there's my sketchbook. I believe in the philosophy of you should always sleep with a sketchbook in your bed because it brings good luck for the sketchbook. But update on this sketchbook, I currently hate it. Yeah, I currently hate this sketchbook, and I can't vocalize it, but it just feels so off, and I'm trying to like get it back on, but it's not doing too well. And then in here, like, you can kind of see there's my battle jacket, which, okay, I am the kind of person who I like sleep with my battle jacket and my leather jacket in my bed to bring good luck too, but this jacket, like, at the start, I used to sleep with it in my bed, but like, eventually when it graduates over into being like an actually cool jacket, then I stop sleeping with it in my bed because it's fulfilled its purpose and it's gotten its luck. And this is actually these are two posters that I got from a Rocky Horror magazine, poster magazine, that turned out to be dead stock, and they're stunning. Like, it fits the vibe of my room, and I absolutely love Rocky Horror, especially Dr. Frankenfurter. I mean, you've seen it with my sketchbooks, but... And then we go up here, we got the ex-manga wall in the background, which it's it's something, but I've finally, like, moved past the anime phase. And I have my Bohemian Rhapsody poster right here, which actually I got the Bohemian Rhapsody poster same time I got the Ziggy Stardust one, so they go hand in hand together. And speaking of Bowie, that's actually the first, like, Bowie poster that I bought that I really, like, wanted besides the Ziggy Stardust one, because when I was originally starting out with my David Bowie phase, I said to myself, I want David Bowie to watch me sleep. There's my bed. So it worked. It was more like it's /J, I swear to God, but it's so funny when I wake up in the morning and I just see David Bowie watching me. And then we have Dr. Frankenfurter, of course, because, you know, why not? He can always watch me too. And we have, the Elvis poster, that one, well, I mean, it's a small poster, but that one needs to be straightened. We got the Beatles, then we got the Breakfast Club, which poor Allison is, like, down there because there's not a lot of room for all these posters. But, and actually on the walls we have a Bob Ross fabric swatch that I got, and I decided to, like, hang it like a banner almost, but it's struggling and I haven't fixed it yet. And then we have the Rick and Morty poster and the FNAF poster that I used to have hanging on my walls, which I fully believe in my FNAF and Rick and Morty phase, which, like, they kind of went hand in hand. But yeah, I've moved on to better times. As you can see, like, those are two very different vibes, but I like to keep them hanging up here so I can at least remember my past phases. Because when it comes to phases, I always believe that you should embrace your phases in the past as long as you haven't actively harmed anyone, because those phases help to make who you are today. Like, if I didn't have the security breach phase, it wouldn't have helped with, like, my giant music phase, because security breach walked, especially Monty Gator walked, so David Bowie could run for me. Then we have my pride flag. This I'm, like, moving over fast because it has not super personal information, but it's, like, special notes written for me, and because I got that drum from Winter Percussion and being a section leader, which was very nice. And I know I sound sarcastic, but it really was nice, and I'm incredibly happy that I ended up doing it. And then we have Furby, Elton John, David Bowie, and this is one of my cassette players. This is also my CD player, and there's my Walkman. I know, exciting stuff. And my alarm clock. Oh, air filter. Oh my god. Heater. Oh my god, that stuff isn't as fancy. And then we got, that's one of the paintings that I did, which I like that painting. It's a cool painting. And then right here we got some artwork. We got some more artwork. This is Laddie's artwork, actually, and I hung it on my wall because I was like, I need Laddie's artwork right here. But we got, oh yeah, there you go. Oh my god, my arm. We got, this is my prom dress. It's like, you can't see it, it can't capture it fully on camera, but it's really reflective, and I love my child. Then we got the Garf flag, not the Garf flag, the Garf tie, which I love the Garf tie. Garf tie for life. And we have more CDs. These are actually my masks. That one is from my Winter Percussion show. This one, Scream mask. That is a record store that one of the workers recognized me, and because their debit card reader wasn't working, and I actually came back later to pay for my stuff because they said, oh, you can take it, just pay us the amount you owe when you come back. And so I got gifted that, and I'm like, haha, I've been recognized. An off-brand Jason Voorhees mask with a dried rose hanging from it, pop tab belt that my friend made me, and a power cord belt. Oh, don't fall. Yeah, it wants to fall, but yeah, that I made for myself during Tech Week. I have another pair of Demonias, but those are my platform Mary Jane Demonias, because I have heeled Mary Jane Demonias, but these are my like big clunky platform ones. And then right here we got my Monster High doll collection, which love a good Monster High doll. And above it is a ski poster that I don't quite feel like showing, but you know, what happens. And these are all the pre-productions, and I do really like them. Ooh. Glamrock Chica and Monty, because I never got Monster High dolls as a kid. I wasn't really into dolls, but I just really loved like the aesthetic and outfits of them, so I'm happy I was able to get them now. And then also Deuce and Frankie from Gen 3 are my favorite Gen 3 dolls, so I had to get those too. And then I have Ghoulia, because there was a whole complicated thing about how I wasn't able to get any dolls, and and she's exclusive, blah 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 blah. You get the whole deal. And then here's another Furby. This one, actually, this doesn't align with its box, but this Furby was made, I think it's like circa 99, but it's the draft Furby, and I plan on modifying this one. My other special Furby is just downstairs. And then we got Robin Pop, which makes sense. I'm a big Stranger Things fan. Manga, more manga. Ooh, D&D books. Oh, I don't have the D&D manual. I thought I did have a D&D manual, but... And then we have Steve, and I think Zoro? I forget his name, from what's it called? One Piece. I apologize in advance. And his face is completely messed up. That's why he's always facing backwards. Because, look at him. I could fix it, but... Oh, you don't want to focus on him. Yeah, look at him. Oh, will you focus, please? Do I have to ask nicely? Apparently I do. But he's just... He's not it. And we got the poor hidden Deku Pop. That, I could forget that. And then second Pride Flag, my original one, and more CDs. And then this one we get to that on right here. That's a gouache painting I made of David Bowie, which it's such a good painting. Like, it's so fluid, and I still don't understand how I made it with, like, just gouache. But it's supposed to mark, like, a style of underpainting. But in reality, like, look like that. Be like, ooh, there you go. It looks unfinished, but it actually is finished. And then we have Labyrinth poster, Aladdin Sane poster. I know. There are more David Bowie posters. And then we have my Stranger Things poster, Call Me By Your Name drawing, Art College that I applied to. Then we have Dancing in the Street vinyl, Dexter's Midnight Runners, 2 Rye, and Culture Club. Oh, and here's my turntable. I know, so fancy. And this is like my poor David Bowie shrine that I like need to work on, but It has my tarot cards right by it, at least. Oh, I forgot I have, I've been meaning to listen to this more, but I have Saturday Night Fever on CD. And this is actually my David Bowie lunchbox that I just got recently. But, which, again, thank you, Darla. Arts. But, college acceptance stuff, books about rock and roll, you know, like, stuff like that. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I like to keep in my room, because I am a big fan of rock and roll, if you couldn't tell. And then we have, like, yeah, not trying to be aesthetic at all, but, like, it's messy aesthetic. And that's actually, the record on there is my Beatles record, right there. It's, like, a compilation one that I actually found at a thrift store for, like, 16 bucks. Because I've been meaning to get a Beatles record. I've just never gotten the chance to. And yeah, these, you take a step back. Those are my speakers for my turntable, which, again, love the turntable. This one is my boombox speaker, and I actually got that one at a thrift store for like $4, and it works, and you can work dual cassettes with it. And so eventually I'm going to make a mixtape with it, but I also am a little afraid to, because the only not occupied mixtape, there's a better wording for it, but I forget, that I have is from the 80s, and it's my mom's old, like, empty mixtape that she gave to me, and she's like, oh, you can make a mixtape out of this. And so I'm, like, saving it for a really special thing. And then over here, I don't talk about this often, but under this you can see I have my creative books. So I have, that's my project book, that's sketchbook number 12 under there. And then I have my YouTube book, and then there's like a random math book in there, but I also keep scraps of fabric, and that is a vintage sewing kit. And then I also have my songwriting book in here, my fashion book, and there might be one more, but I like to keep all of my ideas organized in like different books for different purposes. So instead of just putting it all in like one and having it being very disorganized, I can just keep it in there. Yeah. And those are my reject records, which are the records that don't get held in there, because those are the records that I bought during my musical theater phase. And I didn't really want to, like, throw them away, because obviously there's no point in, like, giving away perfectly good records that I will eventually, like, want to look back on. Especially the Beetlejuice. Like, I loved Beetlejuice. And so I just have these, which I'll have to do a record tour sometime. It's ever growing, and I mean, like, my favorite ones are kept out here, or like right there while I'm using them. And then right here we have, this is the cassette case that it's my dad's old cassette case. Ooh, peep the allergy medicine. Lovely. And then under it is actually my cassette case, which I can give y'all a little sneak peek. Oh yeah, these are rags and fabric scraps, but these are all the cassettes that I have. A lot of them are like cassettes that I kind of listen to, but like I can't quite commit to it. Oh, you don't want to focus, do you? There you go. My favorite ones, of course, are the David Bowie ones, especially Scary Monsters, Aladdin Sane and Low. I also like the Wham and Psychedelic Furs ones. But some of them are also my dad's. Like, I know he originally got me into Squeeze, so I have like his Squeeze cassettes. But yeah, this is just my general room. This is a pile of crap. It doesn't need to be memorialized, but y'all got to see it anyways. Those are just like trinket shelves, monster cans, tea cans. Right here we have like more works in progresses to work on. Like this is a pair of vintage Carhartts that I got that I've been working on modifying, customizing. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them quite yet, but they are very worn right here, and so they have very unique colorization. But I think this is my Labyrinth shirt, but it's besides the point. Textbook, studded belt, all of my bandanas. I don't know how they all fell down over here. Oh, you really wanted to do that with me? Okay. Okay there. And oh yeah, black eyeliner. See, like this is all basically me without seeing me. And here's a ukulele. I am eventually gonna learn guitar, but I don't have a guitar, so I just have a ukulele that I stole from my brother. He doesn't use it anymore, so it's fair game. But yeah, this is pretty much my room. Here, I'll do a little spin around it. My good old room. I love this room, and I will cherish it forever, but I'm sad it has to go. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. It's a kind of unique video. I just really wanted to like show something off, and I'm trying to get used to filming in person more because I want to move my channel over to more videos like this, just eventually showing my face. So in the future, expect a face reveal. And yeah, let's see, general housekeeping stuff. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I would recommend that you watch my recent video about trying out vintage pastel pencils. I actually had a lot of fun filming that video, so if I had fun filming it, you must have fun watching it, and that is not a threat. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I will see y'all next time. Goodbye. Mwah.